Good evening, my people. Yo, welcome to the Bliss Pickup Monday. I know y'all can tell by the title. This one is about to go up. We about to turn up in here. Is it Bully Gate or Mommy Gate? We gonna we gonna get into it. Plus, we gonna address Ryan Clark. Kind of called Tyreek out, and we gonna get y'all thoughts on that. But before we do, let me bring up my co-host real quick. Lou, what's good, Lou?
Tom, what's good, homie?
What's up with your homeboy, man? That's all.
I don't know who you talking about.
So with your homeboy.
Look, man, I was told Tony in those spaces if a person's not here, not to talk about him. So I
Well, he
listen.
might be, and I also was told he might be an anonymous listener, so he might be listening
Yeah.
anonymously. I'm just saying, man. Listen, I should have put it up so we could see the interview. You know what I'm saying? At one point, you saying the dude get on your nerves, and then the next point you talk about you. You know what? We'll get into it a little bit later. But man, what's good with you though, Lou?
I mean, nothing, Tone. Listen, for the viewers that we have in here, I was running 1 minute late. I was on the phone with my mama. I wanted to see if mama. I didn't know if I was supposed to bring my mama to this episode or not. I didn't know that. So I was running 1 minute late, man. I was on the phone with my mama, man.
I called my mom and see if she could make it. Unfortunately, she in Georgia. So she was like, son, you're going to have to do this on your own.
Damn, that's crazy. That's
So
what my mama told me too. My mama told me I'm on
hey,
my
we
own, man.
tried, y'all. We tried to make the, you know what I'm saying? We tried to get our parents on here to get their takes on this, but I don't know. I guess I guess our mamas don't coddle us like, it's other people parents coddle them. But yeah, man, listen, speaking of mamas calling, I know. I ain't have. I was in there, but I couldn't really listen that much. It was kind of on the President's Day too. We were trying to catch up on some things, in the inventory and things like that. Did you hear anyone getting addressing this, Blue, earlier, or what it was like on the Twitter streets when this news came out? Give me the temperature.
Well, well, again, I started a space tone earlier with the title, who's getting bullied and mamas and stuff, and yeah, I can't speak for Tone. I know I was on the phone with my mama, Vanja. Um,
We're trying.
but yeah, Tone, I was trying to get people to talk about it, but you know how those Twitter spaces go. They go everywhere. No one. I mean, I mean,
They were running from the topic basically. I be trying to say.
basically everybody was trying to run from the topic, trying to shy away from it. So, you know,
Well,
I mean, no one really said anything about it.
came to the right place. Site up TFTG. I see y'all in the building. Uh, what he said, Mom? Yes, Big Philly. Yeah, this is his Mummy Gate. We're gonna get into it. Aquavision. Shout out to you. Yo, Lewis.
Well, I mean, technically, I wasn't late. I was back. Listen. I was backstage on time. I'm just
We were
saying.
backstage, yo. You see what I'm saying? Hey, this is wild, man. You know what I'm saying? Cut a brother some slack. Sean, what's good, bro? I see y'all in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna address y'all a little early because we might have to yeah, we are end up in here. You know what? If it's Sunday, that's dead ass wrong on you. You know what I'm saying? We weren't even late, man. It was we fell down the guy down to 7:30 years. That's what it was. Um, so Lou, I guess, man, listen, man, since nobody wanna address it, I guess we gotta be the ones to always be the bad guys, huh? To attack it
It,
head
it,
on. So guess
it,
what?
it sounds like it.
Now guess what? I mean, the bully. First of all, bully game. It was bad enough. What up? Listen, let me start like this. This falls right under the lines when everyone try to blame or trying to figure out, right? When did this start? Oh, it started with Mike McDaniel. Oh, it started before that. You remember we was like, yo, it started before this, and so forth, so forth. But one thing what I could say, right, is we was never considered soft though. I don't care if it was some all kind of scandals. Yes, there were scandals going on. You know what I'm saying? Some wild stuff was going on, but you couldn't. No one has ever called this franchise soft. And at this point, I think we're the only franchise that people are calling soft. At that nature. But this right here, bro, this is like, every time we come on here, Lou, and something happened, I'll be like, Why every time we feel like it can't get rushed? I mean, it can't get worse. I'm sorry. It get worse. Like I'm like, it can't get no worse than this. They do something to outdo themselves to make us look worse than the softness already, and the softness narrative, the soft narrative just keep on coming and going, and then every time, the next week, another thing that make this franchise see even softer. Bro, I don't like, with all due respect, I don't think it get any softer than this. Your mama, bro? Like, really? And imagine if it's, I don't even know how to address this. How are you putting this on your mom and saying it was your mom, and now all of a sudden you're not soft? You tired of the narrative. You never I want to. He said he never felt like he was bullied. Never felt like this. 10 years later, this is when you come out and say, "Oh, I never felt like I was bullied," but they had text messages that you allowed to be released. They had all kind of stories and voicemails that you allowed to be released, and you never said nothing. And then I don't know who it was, but I heard somebody say something about it. You had posted a picture holding a weapon and blamed the high school, college, and NFL franchise. Now all of a sudden, you get what I'm saying? You didn't feel like that, but then now you go back into it and you see the players that did respond. You get what I'm saying? Nolan Carroll, he told us you was crying when you left the locker room. That's what he said. Because you weren't performing well. Not because you was getting bullied. No, because you wasn't performing well. That's soft to me. That's a Jalen Phillips right there. They ain't got nothing to do with nobody bullying you. They ain't got nothing to do with nobody calling you out your name or saying mean things to you. Bro, you cried because you weren't performing well. You couldn't dig yourself out of the hole. That's what your teammate said, and not me. That came out of Nolan Carroll mouth. Say he watched you leave the locker room crying because of performance? This is ridiculous. And we're going to try to put this on coaches and GMs and anything but the players. Like, it's like, how many times do things like this have to come out? How many different situations, how many different stories have to come out for this fan base to realize, bro, it has nothing to do with the front office or the coaches. It's these players. You got something like this going down, and this was, 10 years ago? It was 10 years ago.
12 years ago.
12 years ago. And you got a player that was in a locker room crying. We going to put that on Mike McDaniel? Okay, y'all going to put that on Mike McDaniel now? Y'all going to blame that softness on Mike McDaniel? Well, you know what? You had the Mike Pouncey's in the locker room. You had the Richie Incognito's in the locker room. You get what I'm saying? At that time, that they wasn't having that. That softness wasn't. The Cam Wakes was on that team. I think Rashad Jones was on that team as well. You get what I'm saying? These players wasn't having that softness. It wasn't going to take over the locker room. So all the people that under the impression that, oh, it's the coaches that create the coaches. No, it's the players. Because you see this soft, I want to call this man something so bad. This softness that it's now 12 years later, and now you're trying to clean up because for some publicity stunt? Like, what do we go from here with this is ridiculous, bro. It's embarrassing. And it's like, bro, at this point, they should have he should have been bullied. He should have got beat up. He should have got punched in the face. He should have did all that. At this point, they need to line it up. I heard, was it you earlier? Do it for charity at least. Put them boys in the boxing ring and let that man get his fade off. Because you had that man got suspended. Y'all remember he got suspended. And I think, oh yeah, good point, Sean. Because he wanted to get paid. He need to pay that money back. Can the Dolphins take him to court and get that money back? They should look into that.
No. No, because they're the ones that helped him facilitate the lie. So you
What?
can't how you gonna retrieve the
Wow.
money when you
You know
created
what?
that store?
Well, you know what? Well, y'all deserve it then. You get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, y'all forgot because I was bringing it up to Lewis, bro. Richie Carnito was coming off a Pro Bowl season that year. You know what I'm saying? And he won the guy of the award, whatever. Him and Reggie Bush had shared the award. The dude was doing well for us. And even though the Colonel said it himself, and if you go back and listen to, because he responded, he commented on it. He was like, bro, there was on a 3-game win streak, and that story overtook, and that was the narrative that they ran with. At that time, no one cared about their opponents. No one cared about the game plan. All they cared about was the toxic locker room we was running. The way we let our players get treated. That was the whole narrative that whole season. No one cared about, man, put them in a ring and let them fight. I don't care. At this point, they should let them get jumped. It's ridiculous, bro. Like like time and time again, you got some weird. That's weirdo stuff to me, bro. I'm sorry. That's weirdo. Like your mama, dog. Your mama. And then Richie Carnito, his career, I think, well, he did get picked up the year after, right? You get what I'm saying? But he lost all
No,
them games
no, no,
that season.
no. So he got suspended that
Right.
season, and the following season as well, the entire season.
He did the following season too?
Yeah.
You run me my fade, my boy. Yeah, you're gonna have to run me my fade. I'm sorry. No. Heck no. Run that fade, boy. I don't care if it was 30 years ago. I need that now. That's a fact. And then you're gonna let your mom. First of all, what type of dude allow a story like this and say, oh, my mama was the one that lied? You know how soft that is, dog? You know how weak that make you sound? You gonna put this on your mama? Usually when somebody put it on their mama, that mean I ain't playing about that. When you say, man, on my mama, everybody know it's about to go down. It's all right. It's serious now. You're gonna put some foolishness like this on your mama. Man, even the real ones can respect you for that. And we gonna let it, man. Get out of here, man. Go ahead, Lou, man. I could go on about this all day. This is ridiculous. And bruh, man, get out of here, bro.
Well,
Embarrassing.
yeah, it's just embarrassing. The fact of the matter is, Tone, we're talking about a story that came out 12 years ago, right? Because now it resurfaced. I I ain't really got nothing else to add from what you just said, Tone. Right? Like there's nothing. It's embarrassing, right? For all parties. I want to go somewhere else, Tone. I seen earlier today there was a
Vonjo,
tweet.
let's talk about it, Vonjo. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm just being
I
messy.
I, I seen a tweet earlier from Omar Kelly. Omar Kelly says, and I quote, "It was so hard, me as a journalist or whatever, during the time of Bullygate, because he said the stories that in his words, were the PR people that were pushing an agenda." Those are his words.
Oh Lord.
And
When
he
he
said,
said this,
this is earlier. You can find it. Matter of fact, I would have to. I could go back. People are killing. So Omar Kelly basically came out and said he knew all this was a lie. He knew it was a cover up, and basically he had the right on it and stuff.
and this is why
So
we don't respect our media team to this day.
how can you respect somebody that comes out and tells you that they've lied to you before?
All credibility is out the door.
Your credibility is out the door, dog. Like, do you really got to be? And again, no, I don't know Omar from a can of paint, Tom. Right? I don't know him. Like, why in the hell would you come out and write that story? Why in the hell would you come out to Dolphin fans that read you every day, that look for you to bring them Dolphin content, and you flat out told everybody you lied to them?
That is ridiculous, bro.
Where they do that at, Tom?
Um,
Where they do that at?
not
Where
here.
did
I can tell you. Oh,
where did
shut up.
someone?
I see we got a poll in the chat. It's it's Jonathan Martin stuff. Y'all go ahead and hit that poll up, man. Answer the poll and yo. uh
Jonathan Martin Saul. I think we can all agree, Jonathan Martin Saul.
it
I'm just saying, bro.
to,
Like,
for Omar Kelly, Lou, I don't like you said, I don't know the dude from McKenna Paint. You know what I'm saying? So be honest with you, there's no I'm speechless on that part because I, I don't know like how what we supposed to do what we supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to respond to that?
well, Tone. The reason I brought Omar up, right, and it goes over a lot of people's head, right? But over here, Tone, we keep it 100. Whether it's gonna be good, bad, or whatever, we gonna tell you what's on our mind. Well, let me tell everybody what's on my mind. Forget about Jonathan Martin 12 years ago. I want to take everybody back to 3 years ago when we fired Brian Flores. You remember all them articles and stories that Omar Kelly was saying he knows the truth about? How the
Mm.
hell am I? How the hell am I supposed to know what Omar Kelly was saying 3 years ago about how Brian Flores was this monster in the locker room?
Oh,
And how am I supposed to believe that when you already came up to me today and told me you lie? You lie for the cover up. So could the Dolphins, could the media team, could all that have been lies that they were told about Brian Flores? Because again, he was just mean to a couple guys, according to them. Like, what are we supposed to believe here, Tom? Forget about Jonathan Martin, bro. That's a decade ago,
yeah.
right? We're talking about our team now. This is a guy, and I'm because I could care less about Jonathan Martin and his mom. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could care less. Now, hey, like that shit don't mean shit to me, dog. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Him and his mama can go kick rocks. I'm on my
Oh, Javon Holland?
Javon Holland. Yeah, I'm on my Javon Holland shit right now. That him and his mama can go kick rocks.
They went to the same school, so I guess. And
Yeah,
they know
yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't a school of hard knocks, I can tell you that.
What I'm saying is Omar Kelly to come out and say that he, again, 12 years ago, lied with knowing the story because of the agenda and the narratives that they had to push. Well, again, Tone, I'm asking you, could it be that the Dolphins and Omar Kelly's of the world, they were pushing in an agenda against Brian Flores?
I
Do you
mean,
think that's a possibility?
at this point you got to be the fool not to even consider that. Like you got to consider in all things are possible. Everything is on the table now because first of all, now you just put me up on game. This is my first time hearing it. I didn't read it, but from that, like, how can I can't believe nothing that y'all saying. And let's be real, we've been saying this, in spaces and on these channels. Like, how come every time someone leave the building, all of a sudden, all these stories come out about them? Remember, we was bringing that up. We was bringing that up, being suspicious about these stories, and all of a sudden, they the worst people in the world because they come out here and give you the real about what's going on in this locker room. So at this point, you leave us no choice but to be like, man, we got to question everything that's ever been told to us. At least from the beat writer standpoint. And at this point, the whole franchise, it just can't be trusted. This is it. Yo, all of them got to go, Lou. They got to go, bro. It get worse and worse. Like as the years go by, it just get worse. I don't really get that. Like how can you? I don't know, bro. It's ridiculous, and at this point, all I got, they got to go. They have to. It's not. It's.
So
They,
who needs to go, Tom? Who needs to go?
you know what?
Everybody.
At this,
Everybody.
everyone. Ross
I
sell the
agree.
team.
I
Tom
agree.
Godfrey, get out of here. Chris Good, you could go. Brendan Shore, Mike McDaniel to start over new. You know what? Make us to an expansion franchise. I'm sorry, bro. This is ridiculous, bro. You know, it's like it'll be more difficult to clean all this up than to start over. Like for real. It's easier to just clean house. Take the Washington Commanders approach and just clean everybody up out of there, bro. Because this is ridiculous. No one in that office, no one deserved to stick around, bro. No one. Because all y'all had your hand in this, and none of you could be trusted. None of y'all. Shake Money, what's good, Shake Money? And it's just, bro, like, what? This is downright ridiculous. And all I could say is, like you say, forget about the Jonathan Martin. I mean, Jonathan Martin and his mama.
Well, you seen the story that came out too with Deion Jordan. You seen that one, right?
About him going out having fun and going to the club and things of that nature.
Yeah. You seen that, right?
Yeah, I saw I seen somebody posted something on, and I tried to read a little bit what I can.
Yeah,
but
Deion Jordan was saying when he was drafted by the Dolphins, he got all that money, the city, the nightlife. He was partying. He was coming to the facility drunk and not prepared and stuff like that. I'm just asking, Tom, why is it? And I can't believe it was Jay Miami. He did say that today in the space. Why is it that every offseason these are the stories we get from Miami?
That's what I'm saying, Lou.
Even with the teams that lose in the play, like the Baltimore Ravens, right? They lost. Okay, cool. The Rams, they lost. All right, cool. The Buffalo Bills, all right, they lost. Cool, right? Where are their stories at? All you hear from them teams, Tone, is they're getting ready for the combine, the draft, and this and that. Look at, we're doing a Monday show talking about a bully and his mama on a Monday episode. We're talking about Deion Jordan that hasn't played for this organization in a decade, talking about when he was here, he was getting drunk and going outside. That's what we talking about, Tone.
A bully and his mama is what?
A bully and his mama is on the Monday episode of the Blitz Pickup, Tone. And then, you know what's crazy, Tone? You know what's crazy? But if you listen to Dolphin fans tell you a guard at 13 is going to solve all our problems. You listen to the smartest Dolphin fans we got, Tone, and they talking about.
Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go. Here goes the start.
There goes the Deion. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Deion Jordan on his failed tenure with the Miami Dolphins. When I left the facility, it didn't help because I'm out partying. I'm enjoying the money that I have. And I'm just putting myself behind the 8 ball. Ain't nobody else's fault.
You see what I'm saying, Tone? Tone, why is this even a story?
What are we talking about? Yo, what are they doing? Like, bro, like this clout chasing at this point? I mean, bro, like, no, bro. At this point, it's bigger than just the Dolphins in the locker room, bro. It's the whole front office, and miss me with the Miami lifestyle. Miss me with all that, cause that's not the only franchise down here, and these other franchises don't have no issue with it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear nothing about that. It's been like that. I'm down here. Them kids get. Man, listen, we could get into it all day. I'm not letting nobody give me that, oh, Miami, and they can't deal with the lifestyle. Miss me with that, bro. I don't want to hear none of that. It's the fact that these players, and you know what? Lou, let's listen. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I know we say put on the players, right? But how come we keep getting these type of players in our locker room? That's what I'm saying. Everyone has to go. Everyone. Because, yes, the players, and yes, responsibility on him. Look at that BS he just put up. Nobody want to hear about that. Nigga, what? See, y'all got me saying. Man, listen, everyone has to go, Lou. I'm sorry. At this point, it's bigger than Nino Brown, bro. It's bigger than that. He took down the whole everybody. Everyone has to go. From the custodians to the people at the concession stand. I don't care. The securities in the locker room, off-duty officers, front office, owner, everyone could go, bro. There's no, like, let's be real. I don't see no fix. How do you plan on fixing this? How you begin to fix this, bro?
We're building the wall.
And we talk about. He said, Tony, if it wasn't for Pat Riley, the Heat would be saying, cool. We need get us a president like Pat Riley in the Dolphins. Hey, Magic Johnson over there in Washington. You feel me? Hey, Sean, zip him up. Hey, Sean, you feel you know what? You right. That Sean, you know what? I got this right now. Sean, got you right now. Zip him up. Facts. All of them will go. Every last one. I was on the episode. Shout out to Vicinity for holding it down for us on Friday, right? And I was on an episode and we was talking about Steve came, he came had a great idea of like analogy of Mike McDaniel, and he said Walter White. And for y'all, that's the main character from Breaking Bad. And I was like, you know what? That is right. We need Heisenberg though. We need the when he turned into that gangster and just his name ring bells. When you heard the word Heisenberg, you already know it struck fear in you. And you knew not to play with nothing revolved around here. Anything that has anything to do with that name, don't play with that, right? But I don't even think that I don't even think that can solve anything now. No one, you can't bring no one in here to solve this. I don't care. Nothing. Mike Tyson can't make this team tough. No one. They just got to get him. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. There's no fixing this, bro. You talk about bring dogs here. For what? So they can be lied on? And say how they bullying people? Because they doing the same thing, Lou. Let's just be real. They doing the same thing. Why it seem like every time the tough guys come in here, they leave here, they be like, they get ran up out the building. From coaches all the way down to the players. It's ridiculous. And to Lewis' point, but we're going to build the wall and solve all our problems. The only thing solve problems is winning. And with this kind of culture, how do you expect to win? No wonder they fold every time the going gets tough. No wonder when it gets just a little bit of cold outside, everyone seems like they don't want no parts of the field. They don't want no contact. They don't want to go to war. Look what we have to deal with. Look at the environment they're in. That is ridiculous. Nah, man. I'm sorry, Lou. And I know, nah. It's ridiculous. I could care less about man. Lou, I don't. Oh man, this is. Was that you, Lou? That said, bruh, they need to just take the microphone from Tua, right? You like, man, or Tyreek. Wasn't that you? Like, man, just take the microphone from him. Like just shut up, bro.
Yeah, it was Tua. I was saying, take the microphone from Tua.
Every one of them. Just shut up.
I agree.
Y'all sound like fools. Can y'all be quiet? How am I supposed to come on here, right? And get on here and talk about the needs and we're gonna break down how we're gonna get cap compliant, and we're gonna break down the best offensive lineman to build this wall. Okay, we need a running back now. So let's go through the running back prospects. Let's see what the possibilities of this so-called what it called, what it was, what kind of quarterback was it? Elite backup quarterback. This so-called elite backup quarterback. This is what we supposed to be on here talking about. Now we supposed to be selling false hope, wolf stories. This is what we supposed to talk about on here. Like how am I supposed to try to convince our fan base a way to turn this franchise around when I don't see no hope myself. Heads got to roll.
This is a great question.
It's a question for
Question for Tony and Lou. How will y'all balance cheering for your favorite team and staring into a tank in 2025? If we don't draft our future quarterback in this upcoming draft, we all want to win, but at what cost? I'm gonna be honest with you.
So
People ain't gonna like it. I don't want to win. I don't want to win. And let me say that again. And I'm not going to go back on my word because, again, I've already won the flip-flop award 2 years running. I don't want to. I'm not Mac McClung. I'm not Mac McClung. I'm not gonna three-peat as the flip-flop champion. I don't want to win. I want to lose, Tone. Because what you're saying, we want everybody gone. Okay, cool. You know how you do that? You lose. So I want to lose. That's a fact.
Shake say history repeat itself 2 or 10 years from now would say Brian Flores didn't bully me. Shake, I'm not even mad at that, Shake.
It is what it is.
No, I don't. That's a prestigious award. Powerful.
I'm not gonna say, Tone, that I'll be rooting for my team to lose on Sunday. I will never root for the Dolphins to lose on Sunday. But will I be upset when they lose, or if they lose? No, I won't. I know I won't, because I'll be one step closer to getting to where I think we all want to be. If it's a culture problem within the locker room, within the front office, whatever it is, again, everybody wants to see heads roll. No heads are rolling if you win 9-10 games. No heads are rolling. So, yeah, to answer the question again, just for Triple S, I will never root against the Dolphins to lose. But again, will I be mad when they do? No, I'm not. I'm turning over a new leaf. It is what it is.
You know what?
It's ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, and I kind of echo those sentiments, bro. Like, remember we posed this. We posed this last year when we was halfway in the season. I'm like, yo, what's better? You remember we had that episode? Do we tank or do we go fight for a wild card? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we up here as a collective, we decided, we said it would be better to tank. But because we know we were going to be picking mid of the pack, regardless of what. You know what I'm saying? And here we are, off season. Hey, Sean, any day, bro. Like, battle rap, I'm on that, bro. But I'll hit you up, bro. Like, you, man, that's my thing, bro. But here we are, like I said, off season, middle of the off season, and what we said was going to happen, happened. See, that's what happened, right? When you got the fans and they want to say, oh, you're not a real fan, and because you don't sell people the rainbow. You don't sell people the good, the sweet nothing. What happened, dude?
My bad. I just wanted to get the quote directly from, and this is the quote. This is what that man said, Tone. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you go.
Go ahead.
Omar Kelly, as a media member, you had to report things you knew were lies. Those are his words. That's his quote. Go ahead, Tone. Continue. I just want, because I said I quoted the man earlier. No, this is the direct quote. As a media member, you have to report things you knew were lies. Well, wait a minute. Ain't your job as a reporter to tell the fans, again, what's going on? Not lie to us. I don't need you to lie to me.
Nope. See,
I need you to tell me the truth. But again, when they're cutting you that check, right? When they're cutting you that check, hey, they got you by the ball. You'll say anything, right? Come on, bro. That is messed up, bro. I'm sorry. We talking about Jonathan Martin and his mama and Deion Jordan. And again, I know I brought it up. No, the one we should be talking about is Omar Kelly.
That's
fact. The one we should be talking to, because he be getting crazy out the mouth with some people, and he be talking kind of crazy. Oh, well, y'all don't know. Well, then tell us. Stop getting on Twitter and be like, well, y'all don't know, y'all just cry, y'all do this. Well, you know why we crying, Omar? You know why we just saying things, Omar? Because we don't know what the fuck is going on. And people like you, Omar, are the people that's supposed to be informing us on what's going on. But if you come out today and you tell us that all you do is lie when you feel it's appropriate, or when your bosses tell you that you need to lie, what the hell are you doing here? And let's just call it for what it is, bro. I'm sorry. I'm going after Omar Kelly. That is ridiculous, bro. I'm sorry. That is ridiculous.
He said we had to report things you knew were lies.
That's what the man said. That's his direct quote.
So they say you had to? Why would you have to do that? Why? Had to? Had to mean you ain't had no choice. Last time I checked, you had a choice to.
Bullshit! Bullshit!
That's cap. That's cap. You was trying to get in good with the team. They was cutting that check, so you did what you had to do to keep that paper coming. That's facts right there. Because you didn't have to do nothing. If you knew it was lies, you could have been like the other people that didn't care about, being politically correct and reporting the truth, and you could have stayed on your own. Like, for real, for real. Let's be 100 out here. You had to report things that you knew were lies? How did you expect to come back from that? Now, what? Not supposed to believe what you say?
Yeah, but this is the problem right here, Tom. Right? Now, Omar not only did a disservice to himself, but he did a disservice to every beat reporter that covers the Miami Dolphins.
Exactly. We already look at him side-eyed. Like, we don't believe you.
Yeah, but it's just not Omar. It's for everybody.
No, I'm saying, I'm talking about the media. Remember what I said? This is why we don't trust our media people.
Facts.
None of them. We always come out here and say, man, no, we don't believe. You remember? Listen, look what I said. We were going to the training camp. I'm like, but I don't listen, bro. I'm out here to give y'all the real, because I don't know what these beat writers be talking about. Apparently, we're not looking at the same doggone practices. And look, this comes out. What? Obviously, now you see why. You had to report things that you believe.
He said he had to report things that he knew was a lie.
You knew they was a lie.
So Tone, that's why I brought up the question when I first brought this up about the Brian Flores thing. Now, Omar Kelly was one of the loudest voices about how bad Brian Flores was in that locker room. That's what that man said.
That's what he said.
Now I'm asking you, Tone. He comes out today and says he had to report things when he knew they were lies. Could it be that those reports we were hearing about Brian Flores was lies, but Omar Kelly and the likes were just lying to us all?
It's a great possibility. It's a big possibility that can happen.
Okay.
Like at this point, you know what? And listen, what we always say, Lou, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? That's what we always say. And you heard conflicted stories coming out of it. Did you remember that? You had Xavier Howard talking about he ain't had no problem with him. You get what I'm saying? The other players, I can't name them off the top of our head. It was like, yeah, he was tough, but he was like that with everyone. You remember he said that?
Absolutely.
That's what he said. I ain't had no problem with him because he kept the same energy with everyone.
Jerome Baker said that. Jerome Baker basically said that he loved Brian Flores because whether it was good or bad, Brian Flores was going to tell you the truth.
Andrew Van Gieko ain't got a problem with him.
That's that. Now again, what I just told you about Jerome Baker, that's a direct quote. He said that live in the interview. He said whether it was good or bad, but what came out of Brian Flores' mouth was always the truth. And he said that's what he respected about him. Again, everybody doesn't want to hear certain things because the truth hurts. But sometimes you got to hear what the truth is. Sometimes you got to hear it. You can't just be like, well, I don't want to hear it, so I'm going to go cry to my mama, or I'm going to go cry to the front office, or I'm going to go cry to somebody else, right? Sometimes you got to hear the tough, the real. And it just seems like for years now, going on decades after decades, it's this whole Miami Dolphin like facade, bro. It's been a sham. Everything we think we might know, and it's all lies, bro.
Oh
It's all
man, bro.
lies.
You see that, Lou? Pablo Diaz. We get more real information from Lewis and Tony in the Dolphin spaces than we do with our local media.
I mean, that's a fact. That's a
I
fact.
ain't said he did. So all I'm saying is, where there's smoke is there, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm sorry, bro. I don't care what do they expect us to do, especially from we already was cautious. We already was looking at them suspiciously about the things that they're saying that wasn't adding up. Now you got this, and it's like, okay, we, you lose all hope in the franchise, and it's like, dog. And let's be real, we're loyal, so we can come out here and be pissed. Why we pissed off? Why we yelling up? Why you see so much passion in our voice? And I'm being so animated right now because I know I'm loyal to my team. Like, I'm gonna support the team, but we gotta call the BS out. I'm sorry, we gotta call the BS out because at this point, us as a fan base, we have to stop accepting this mediocrity and this BS. I'm supposed to come in here, like I said, and talk X's and O's to y'all? For what? For what? What is the offensive line going to do for this culture? What? It's going to take a major change for something to happen. It is. And the fact that we have to sit here and listen to the BS and story after story after story after story, it just get worse. The minute I try to give credit, oh, you know what? That's like a step in the right direction. Guess what they do? Guess what they do? Come out here and boom. What you said, Vicente, last time? Drop a bomb on us. This is the bomb we were looking for. We were looking for a bomb, but we get this. This is the type of bomb we get dropped laid in our lap. This is the big story. This is the Dolphins' big story. We got more scandals in the headline than playoff victories. At this point, than playoff appearances. What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to be a fan and be enthusiastic about the season coming up? How? At this point, Lou, I'm like you. You feel what I'm saying? They can't even tank correctly. To get someone in here that could change the franchise. You know what? I'll give you credit for that, CB. It is entertainment. It's nothing but a show. It's nothing but a show. Because all that is fugazi. It's fool's gold. It's terrible. At this point, I don't want to hear nothing about who y'all plan on bringing in. I don't want to hear nothing about the direction of this franchise when it comes to player personnel. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I want to know when y'all signing y'all little resignations. That's all I want to hear about. Get them out of here. Shake, that's another good. At this point, we the Miami Jets. At this point, we want the franchise that just get laughed at. We the laughing stock of the league. And we don't even have the worst record. We're the laughing stock of the league. And I hate the Jets, bro. Can't stand them. To be even mentioned, and I can't even debate and rebuttal that, it's ridiculous for me. Look, they walking in the building, collecting their paycheck. Someone said, who said it? They were like, bro, them players coming here, they come to Miami to get a paycheck, bro, and retire. They come to enjoy the lifestyle and retire, kick back and relax. That's why the people that come here that get sold the dreams, they be so frustrated when they get in that locker room. Be like, man, that was a bunch of BS they was told me. They was telling me before I got in here. You sold me a dream, and I come in here, and it's nothing like that. The AARP, Miami Dolphins. it's nah. We you know what? We done spent 45 minutes or 46 on this topic. I want to get into my next topic because that is ridiculous. And it's another one. Do we got the video? It's another one. Like, and I just talked to Lewis about this. Let's switch lanes for a second, Lou. Go ahead, play the video real quick. I can't hear it. You can hear, Lou?
No, I can't hear it.
No sound. We got it. Shucks. Where's the sound? I can't hear it at all. All right. Let's see if they while we get that together. Basically, and I Lewis, you didn't hear it. I'll put you up on game with this one. You get what I'm saying? And this is another thing. And I wanted them to hear that sound and see that interview. So the leadership thing, with and the way Tyreek Hill handled the end of the season, apparently he didn't like some of the things that he was hearing from Ryan Clark. So he goes on the podcast. And initially he was like, yo, I respect y'all too, but that dude right there, he be pissing me off. Da-da-da. The energy I thought it was up at that time, So, Ryan Clark proceeded to tell him like, okay, well, tell me what I said. Or tell me what you didn't like. And he was like, oh, man, again, Lou, what he said. My mom will be sending me a lot of things of what you be saying about me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. My mom will be sending me a lot of things that you be saying about me. This dude be pissing me off. And Ryan Clark proceeded to tell him exactly what he said in a respectful manner. He didn't get all tough and all in a respectful manner. You know what I'm saying? And immediately, Tyreek energy changed from this dude we pissed me off to, oh, I agree with what you say. I feel exactly how you feel. What? You can't even stand on your own toe and have a debate back and forth. Because you went there with a certain energy. And if your mama, Ryan, there you go. He said, leaders don't quit. That is one of the quotes he said. And your mama sent you videos that had you riled up, that you were voicing your displeasure about how you felt about it. But when he reiterated, and he said, and I quote, and I'll tell you this to your face. That's a direct quote from Ryan Clark. And your response is, oh, I agree with everything you said. I don't like that either. At least stand on what you say. Or if you come in and be like, you know what? I came here because I wanted you to know, yeah, I did. I seen your videos. I understood where you come. I understand where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say that in front of the world. No, he came in there and he was telling him he was pissing him off. And then when Ryan Clark was like, oh, now that you had time, how you feel? Oh, I feel exactly how you feel. What? You were just 5 seconds ago telling the man you ain't like it. And you got tired of your mama sending you videos of it. And I know a lot of y'all like Tyreek. And I was saying since he did that, you know what I'm saying, get him out the building. But I'm just saying, bro, it's a repeated pattern. This all I see. Listen, I Check it out. I look way past just the outside. What it say? It say great thing comes in threes. The channel with Louis, Tony, and Alex, and the 2025 3-point All-Star champion. Y'all gonna hold on to that. Jeez, boy.
Put some respect on that white man's name.
Wow. I know you couldn't wait, Game Boy 305, to tell me that. I know you couldn't wait to tell me that.
I even closed the space a little early today. I had to go to ancestry.com. Turns out Tyler Hero, 1/3
Oh,
European.
here we go.
1/3 European for Tyler Hero. So, hey, man, it is what it is. I'm not surprised he won the 3-point contest. You know, them Euros taking over. What's wrong, Tone? You good?
Man, get the, man.
You good? I'm just trying to tell you about 1/3 of Tyler Hero.
Man, you don't get out of here.
Don't get mad at me, dog. Great Game Boy 305, we got one. We got one.
Yo, I wish Dave was in here to hear you say we. Boy, you throwing around that we word like you French right now.
My bad. They got one. They got one.
Yo, what? No, bro. And it's just, I'm sorry, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's the off. You know how bad it is. It's the off season, and this is the type of stuff that we gotta deal with. We gotta put up with. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry. Y'all know what y'all come over here for. Y'all come over for the real. I knew you got. There's other channels that gonna give you the sweet nothings and tell you how to draft these players and who to bring in and what going. No. We got to get down to the root of things. Because you could draft the best players in the world, but if this front office and this regime continue to run like this, I don't care what type of players you get in this building, unless it's a quarterback, a dynamic quarterback. But Patrick Mahomes don't come around too often. So, so we could get off that right now and understand that this culture is ridiculous when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. No one could see the striving here. And the ones that do, they hit the first thing smoking. I'm out of here. Like, for real. And who's to blame them at this point? Like, I don't crazy. What's up, Nene?
Nene, what's good?
Tyler Hero is a European American.
Fact. That's a fact, Shake. It's a fact.
Mr. Park, what's up? If you want your eyes open on the business of the Dolphins franchise, here is where you need to be. You will see again. Unfortunately, that is true. Unfortunately, we've been trying to tell y'all about this franchise. Like, we see what happens, like, when it starts at the top, when the front office is not being ran correctly. Lewis been put everyone up on game about this Tom Garfinkel fella and how he's out of place and he's in offices and making decisions on things he had no business even speaking on. It's a domino effect. It trickles down to the locker room. It trickles down to the players. What you think your players going to do if they see that dysfunction up there? You think, let me ask y'all a question. Because I know we all, and when you at work, anywhere, whatever your profession is, whatever your career is, right? And just imagine if you go have a conversation with your so-called owner, the boss, or whoever it is, right? And you listen to this man talking, he have no idea what he talk about with his own doggone company. What you gonna think about that dude? Are you gonna respect that dude? But what you don't know? What? You gonna look at that man and say, man, I don't even know what this man talk about, bro. You're not gonna respect him. So just imagine players that this is what they've been doing their whole life, their whole career, from the park, from the sandlot, balling, playing football. You get in a franchise and you talk to a guy like Tom Garfinkel, he probably don't know the difference between a field goal and a goal in soccer. And this is the dude you think is supposed to be calling the shots and lead me in the right direction? This is the dude that has my career in his hands? You tell me what I'm supposed to do with that. How am I supposed to look at this franchise now? What I'm supposed to think about my career going forward? Not for real though. Man, don't talk to me about no football. And not gonna happen, bro. Not gonna happen. I'm sorry. It's too ridiculous. We could argue till our face fall off about the players and who did what and who didn't do this, and we should have re-signed this guy, and he signed this guy, that was a good draft pick, and we got great value from this person in this based on where he was drafted, and we drafted the Channing Tindalls of the world, we drafted them too high, and the Dorn Smites of the world, and the who else we got, the Noah Iguanatis of the world. We could talk all we want about them. It's one. You know what, Lou? I'll go back to this again. What did Brian Flores say? You want to know what's the two consistent things, the constant things that's with this franchise? The two consistent things that was here. Why this franchise ain't gonna be nothing?
What's that?
You two. He was talking to Stephen Ross and Brian Flores. Because y'all don't know how to run this place. You could be good at picking players. And I said this too. I alluded to this earlier last season and earlier in this season. I mean, the offseason and earlier this season. I say, bro, it's not only about picking the right player. It's also about team building. And they have to be able to work together well. That's part of it as well. So now we got problem with the players not being able to execute. We got problem with the GM. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I can't leave nobody out. The GM, front office, president, all y'all could go. Owners, just get them out.
All of them. But, Tone, I remember you said something a couple of weeks ago where you said you hate analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, like, I forgot who wrote it. It was Dave Hyde, Barry Jackson, one of those guys. They wrote how much the Dolphins use analytics to run like the football team. Basically the story of the article was, or the point of the article was, the Dolphins are one of the most teams that have like analytics to back up everything, right? And to Armando's point right here, the computer tells different. See, analytics can tell you half of the story, part of the story. Analytics can't judge like the mind of a football player, though.
Facts.
That's what analytics cannot tell you. If a person, how they react under pressure, or how, like, when adversity is around you, how you're going to react. Like, analytics.
Or when you're afraid of your opponent across from you.
Facts. Analytics can't dictate those things, bro. And what the Dolphins have been doing here, and again, it's not a coincidence, right? When the analytics guys started having more say within the football team, i.e., Brandon Shore, Tom Garfinkel, right? The team is getting worse and worse. Now, we've been bad, right? But have we ever been Tone, it kind of feels where we are now. This is rock bottom, bro.
That's a fact. I don't think we ever felt like, did we ever even feel like this when we was 1-15? I didn't even feel like this in 1-15. I celebrated like we won a Super Bowl 1-15.
Now look, hey, this is 100% facts right here. Analytics don't show heart.
The eye test is
still needed. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Like, what are we talking about here? Analytics, bro, and let's be honest. If we're going to talk about analytics and what analytics are, analytics is for a bunch of dudes that could never play the game. They could comment on the game. They could tell you what they think about the game.
I'm glad you said it.
well, again, bro, we all know what, the when we were growing up, it was easier to
Facts.
say. The computer nerds, right? The guys, they weren't getting the girls. They weren't showing up to the game. They were showing up to the game on Friday night to watch the game. They weren't showing up Friday night to play the game. You see what I'm saying? And bro, like analytics is ruining the game we loved and how
Facts.
it is. It's ruining it. And for me to be a fan of the Miami Dolphins and for people to write that the Dolphins use analytics for almost everything they do.
For
Well,
the
no,
injuries, Lou, he used the analytics for the
for
injuries.
injuries. This is what I'm saying, To. So again, bro, again, stats and numbers. I'm not saying they're not needed, but if you're going to run an organization just because or based on stats and analytics, this is why you see the Miami Dolphins. This is what you get. This is what you get with the analytics and stuff because yeah, the analytics will tell you he's a good player, but what does the player tell you? Right? Because again, Tone, we just talked about it. It can't tell you nothing about a person's heart or a person's will to fight, and that's our problem. It's not the talent on the team. The Dolphins have more talent probably than a lot of teams in the NFL. I guarantee you, the Carolina Panthers wish they had the Dolphins' talent. I guarantee you, the New York Giants wish they had the Dolphins' talent. Talent is not the problem. It's heart, it's dedication, it's mental. These are the issues that we, again, over here, Tone, on this platform, this is what we talk about. Now, I get it. Other platforms want to sit up there and tell you, hey, we're going to build the wall, and this is what we need, and it's a guard here. And again, that's all window dressing is cute.
Real quick, Lou. Hey, listen, we got 38 of y'all in the building. Can y'all hit that like button on the way in and hit that subscribe? We appreciate y'all showing up for us on this Monday night. Go ahead, Lou. I just wanted to get that in there.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, I'm just saying, bro, like, again, we try to tell people what we see as far as from the mental side, from the fight. Where's the dog? This is what we're talking about. And again, bro, like analytics don't show none of that. That's all I'm saying. It's like it, I'm to be honest, Tone, like I said, I'm with you, bro. I've tried to defend Chris Greer, and again, I don't think it's all his problem. I
No,
really don't. But to your point, everybody must go, bro. This is a dumpster fire, bro. It is bad. Everything about it, from the top to the bottom, and now we're getting reports of beat reporters lying and covering up shit, and it's like, bro, this is a complete dumpster fire. Like I don't want to say I think it was Shake, right? And shout out to Shake. I'm not saying he's wrong, but listen to how crazy that sounds. We're the Miami Jets, bro. Like at the end of the day, like do you realize how sad that is to say the Miami Jets?
That's wild, Big Philly.
That's what we are. Like, come on, bro. This is bad. I don't care what no one says. This is bad, and I just don't know where we go unless, to your point, Tone, unless you get everybody up out of here and you try to start over. I don't know how this gets better, bro.
That's what I'm saying, Lou. It like this is a perfect example of why you need to clean house. I'm sorry. You have to clean house. It's not like you can't just start throwing good players on all this trash that we have. At that point, it to be sweeping the thing, it's sweeping it under the rug. At some point, that trash get too built up under the rug to where you can't sweep nothing in there anymore.
Hey, Tone, let me ask you a question. You agree with this comment right here from the
Go
homie
ahead, my
J.R.
bad. I took
Black?
it.
Low expectations yield easy satisfaction. You agree with
Yeah.
that?
What? Why would I want low expectations?
But no. What I'm trying to get at, who had low expectations?
I don't know
Who?
who. We had high expectations. Now, listen, I don't know who had low expectations, right? But if we could start calling people out because some of the people in the fan base were just cool with just a playoff victory. Some of them were just cool with just a playoff appearance. That was some of the people in the fan base was saying, and I, for a fact, completely disagree with that. I'm like, what? A playoff victory? It better be because we had the number one seed in a bye week and we are in the AFC Championship game. That's about to be that playoff victory that you get. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Lou. You tell me who had low
No,
expectations.
no, no, no. Well, again, see. So I put up that first comment. This is the second one. So JR, 100%. High expectations have not been set yet. It's not a winning by any means culture.
And that's the
Now
problem.
again, so again, I just want to know. Tony has the number 24 sitting behind him. That's all we heard. That's
Facts.
all we heard before the season. Tone, does that sound like low expectations? When everybody and their mama was telling you every meeting, every lunch date,
Nope.
everything they did was
Nope.
24 because they knew what the expectation was. They set high
They said,
expectations.
yep. They didn't sound like
And
it was
that
low
that's from
expectations.
the front office to the coaching to everybody. You know who didn't hold up their end of the bargain? The players.
It's a fact.
But what are we talking? But you see, again, we got people in the fan base talking about there was no expectation set. Who the hell set the 24-year narrative? So where did that Tone? Where did that come from? If there was no expectations, why the hell were we talking about 24, 24, 24, 20? Like the expectation was we got to stop the 24-year drought. That's
But
setting an expectation for yourself, right?
that is true. But all right. But now let me play devil's advocate, Lou. How did you feel when you seen Stephen Ross gives Mike McDaniel a game ball for winning a meaningless game and
Well,
celebrate like we won
I,
something?
I'm sure that happens everywhere.
I don't like it. Not for
Again,
I don't
but
like it.
it's not about if we like it or not. That happens everywhere, though.
I don't know. I don't see no owners in a locker room.
They hand out again. If I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
game ball
Tone,
to the player, forget it. But the owner made it his business to go down there and give the coach, the head coach, that is leading a losing franchise, I might add you, a game ball for winning a meaningless game.
okay, maybe the owner thought that the coach did a good job in that game. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who cares?
I'm just
Again,
saying
that
it's all on players. The mentality, I don't like it. We don't have the leeway for our owners to be patting people on the back for a lackluster performance. Well, I ain't gonna say lackluster, for a meaningless win. We don't have the luxury to do that. That should be expected. Shouldn't be rewarded.
but that's what I'm saying. So if that's the case, if we're talking about that, then no players or nothing should get no game balls because they haven't. None of
I'm
them
with
has
that
got
too, though,
nothing.
Lou. I ain't gonna lie, I'm with that too, though.
But that's what, but that's all I'm saying. Like people will say, "Well, is it why did he get the head coach?" Well, then why the hell is Tua getting them? Because he's winning meaningless games. Why the
I
hell
wouldn't
is?
give him that, though. You know what? And that's right. I wouldn't
And
give him
that's
none of
what I'm
them
saying,
nothing.
Tone.
You know what? Who said it? Fitzandy was saying it. But the orange shirts to the god dog on every the what's you get to play
Yeah, it's all
five
soft.
songs. Get rid of
I
all
agree.
that.
Mm-hmm. I
All of it.
agree.
Throw all that junk out the window.
I agree. But remember, we can't have it both ways. And I'm not talking about you, Tone, or me, or Finsanity when she was on the show on Friday. Everybody go check it out. Great episode between Tone and Finsanity, right? The fact of the matter is, though, when we had a guy in the building, the same people now that are crying about the culture are the same people that was crying to get that man out the building.
That is a fact.
You can't have it both ways. You cannot sit here and tell me that you want it a certain way now when we had that, y'all
You
were the
breaking
ones
up.
crying. My fault.
Breaking up. Lou, why you get right real quick? Listen, I want to remind you, Lou, of what I had said about this franchise, and I gave analogy of how one of my superiors at my old job back in the days was basically putting me to test when he put me in an environment. He hired me. I got promoted to be the manager of a warehouse, and he put me in there, and he watched me and how I acted because we weren't getting along. They were going up there telling on me. They were doing all kind of things, and I had that meeting with him, and I was like, "Yo, bro, like, what's up with you? Like, you brought me in here to to fix this, and you in here letting them tell on me, like what the deal is? Like, either it put me back where I was." And he looked at me. He was like, "I just wanted to see if you got along with them, because if you got along with them, then I know you wasn't the guy from the job. Because if you're getting along with them, that means you're just going to fall right in line with them. And we clashed heads every time because I don't care how sorry and how much of a collective it was. I'm not running this show like this. It was going to be either me or them. And that's what I'm saying with this franchise. Get rid of all that stuff. You got to set some kind of standard. And this is why I don't care what y'all say. Go back and revisit that Brian Flores thing. There's a reason he ain't get along with none of them people, bro. I don't care. Y'all want to hear it. He ain't supposed to get along with people, a bunch of sorry people.
No,
go along, get along people. You ain't supposed to.
The fact of the matter is, S. Harris, Flores didn't build a good culture, though. I ain't going to say the word. Didn't even talk to his staff. I'm going to stop right there.
Right on time, what I was talking about. Right on time. Go ahead, my bad, Luke.
The man didn't talk to his staff, and again, when those reports came out that he stopped talking to his staff, the Dolphins won 7 games in a row. When those reports came out that he wasn't talking to the staff, the Dolphins went on a 7-game winning streak. Now let's continue. Y'all got to stop acting like he was good for the franchise. He's the reason y'all have no quarterback or y'all's favorite quarterback and not Joe Burrow. And that is a fact. That last comment is a fact. The reason Joe Burrow is not a Miami Dolphin is because of Brian Flores.
He
right?
refused to lose.
Now let me reverse that on people like S. Harris and the Build the Wall people. You know who he did one at 5 though? Tristan Wirfs, the best tackle in the game. That's who he did want. So the reason we don't have Burrow is because of him, but the reason y'all don't have a good offensive line is not because of him. You see how that works? Because if he would have got what he wanted, you probably would have had Tristan Wirfs and then Jordan Love at 18. So now what? What are we going to do now? So would a Tristan Wirfs have been good for the team? Would Tristan Wirfs would have been good for the franchise? See, we can play the game on both sides, bro. I don't want to do it, but we can do it if y'all want.
All I'm saying, I'm glad that that comment came up. He shouldn't get along with them. He shouldn't. That says a lot about his character. I'm sorry. If I'm around a bunch of soft people, I'm not getting along with y'all either. I wouldn't want to see me coming either. I wouldn't stand the sight of me either. Because I'm not sitting here and accepting the fact that everybody just want to go alone, be alone, and just to get along. It's never worked like that nowhere. Nowhere does it work like that in any business. And that's a problem. This is why they say heavy is the head that wears the crown. Because that guy got to be the asshole. That guy got to be the one that no one likes. Because he got to tell you everything that you don't want to hear to get the job done. He's not there to coddle your feelings. He's not there to tell you you did a good job every time. No, he's out there to point out your flaws. Because everything you do, you can do better. But see, some of y'all would never understand that mindset because it's soft mentality. And that's the problem. This is the problem when you get people that's like, oh, you can't talk to people like that. Oh, you can't blame them for that. Oh, no, because this is a problem. Now, I don't expect you to be perfect. I could come out here and point out flaws for everyone, from Stephen Ross, from Chris Greer, from Mike McDaniel, from Tua, from Tyreek, Waddle, Raheem Mostert, Devar H. Well, I ain't gonna talk about my dog H-Chan. Well, H-Chan too, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can point out flaws with everyone. But who's there making sure y'all correcting them? Who's there making sure y'all don't get complacent? Who's there to make sure the standard is raised and no one fall below that standard? Who's there? Because when we had Brian Flores, they ran him out the building. When we had Vic Fangio, they ran him out the building. People that was telling you these people do not want to win here. They are not willing to put in the work here. They're too busy running about having fun in the night like here. Those people got ran out the building. But those are the type of people you need in this building to make sure everyone remain at a standard and discipline. Who gonna discipline? Anyone. Oh, because we don't want discipline in buildings. Since when did any franchise or any business was ran successful without discipline? But we don't want to have them talks. Because you want to accept and allow a soft culture. Oh, but we want to bring dogs in here. Dogs bite. You know that, right?
This is the culture they wanted.
And they're vicious.
This is the culture. No, this is the culture they wanted, Tone.
Devon's puppy dog. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. We could talk about it. We could talk about it on both sides. Like if we want to really get into what's really going down, we can get down to the nitty gritty. Because yeah, we could put everybody and put them on that doggone stands and put them right in front of everybody and let's light them all up. And you want to know what the one constant? There's no one that has discipline. There's no one that's willing to look that other guy in his eyes and say, no, you was wrong. Nah, I don't accept that. I don't appreciate the way you practice today. You know what? I tried to save it. Mike, it wasn't Mike Vrabel. Somebody was giving a story of the early ages of Mike Vrabel versus Tom Brady. That the defense won the 2-minute drill. Defense won a 2-minute drill. Tom Brady got so pissed off. Now, practice was over, y'all. He got so pissed off. Him and Mike Vrabel, he bet the man that they was going to win the next drill. And they did it. And Bill Belichick sat back and watched. They lost again. He ran the bet back. They lost again. He ran the bet back. Bill Belichick had to stop the practice. And they said Tom Brady went through his helmet. And was so mad because he wasn't willing to accept not winning, to accept mediocrity and accept defeat. This is in practice. And he said Bill Belichick had the biggest smile on his hand, turning his little whistle, like they said, because he knew at that point he ain't really had to work that hard anymore. Because those players was building that culture. Tom Brady was holding his offense with a bunch of no-name guys, I might add you, to a certain level and standard. And y'all remember how much you said about Tom Brady? Oh, he was carried by that defense his first couple of seasons. But we see he never backed down from them, though. He always challenged them, and he always felt like he could overcome them. And then they said they was getting ready to fight. You know what he said? What happened after the practice? He cussed Mike Vrabel out about, he was emulating a certain player. He was like, he's not going to do that. Mike Vrabel said, yes, he is. I can show you on camera. Him and Tom Brady went back and forth. Guess what Tom Brady did right after the practice when Bill Belichick ended? He said it was at the end. These are the two leaders on the team. They was in the end of the end zone. Tom Brady asked him, hey, show me what you were talking about. He do that for real? Willing to get better. A standard. Coach ain't had to ask him to do that. No one told him to do that. So we want to talk about culture and standards and discipline, and this is why it's levels to the thing that we got. Because everybody named Mama want to cry about what Mike McDaniel not doing. But I was telling you, the leaders on 2 Super Bowl teams. I tell y'all all the time, go listen to the stories of the champions. It's going to always be like that. Fights, arguments, and people going at it. It's going to always be like that. I keep telling y'all about Ray Lewis, where he cuts his own coaching staff out by making them go inside because it was raining. That's players building a culture. So we could go from coach to players to ownership. I say we picking sides, right? I'll pick the side. It's franchise over everybody. That's you two, owner. You can sell it as far as I'm concerned. Now what we going to say about that? What's the excuse about that? Because one of the hardest, tough-notice coach in history, his players handled that business. He ain't had nothing to do with this. Mind you, I want to reiterate, this was after practice was over. This man was betting against that elite defense, but he felt like he had enough. God, dog, bro. He won't willing to accept that. So when it's time to do it on the field, that came second nature to him. What do you think that defense? You think that defense? Listen, you thought that defense failed anyone when you got Mike Vrabel in there telling him Tom Brady, bro, I know more than you. And I can show you. And guess what? How you think that defense felt when Mike Vrabel wanted to put his money on the line going against Tom Brady? How you think that offense felt when Tom Brady was willing to put his money on the line going against Mike Vrabel in that defense? You don't think that built the culture? You don't think that built trust? You don't think the people was willing to run through a brick wall for either one of them guys? Coach ain't had nothing to do with that. It was 100% players. But when you get Vic Fangio, I might add you, went over there and put on a clinic against Patrick Mahomes himself, tell you that these players weren't willing to put in the work, you see what he mean now. Because when you come from a winning franchise, you understand the inner workings of things. So you're going to tell me you're going to trust Brian Flores, Tom Garfinkel, Stephen Ross, not Brian Flores, sorry, Tom Garfinkel, Stephen Ross, and Brandon Sherrill over Brian Flores that just came from three Super Bowl wins. He had 3 rings when he got here and just put on a clinic in the Super Bowl. Y'all forgot? It was the bonus Super Bowl in history because he only gave up 3 points. He just put on a clinic in the Super Bowl. Standards. And you're going to tell me, you're going to tell that guy what to do? Man, miss me with that, bro. Facts. My bad, Luke. Go ahead, man. But that's crazy, bro. It's ridiculous.
No, do your thing.
Because at the end of the day, right? I hate it because when it comes down to it, right? We could cry and do whatever we want. But it's the people in that building. It's the people in the building. So every time y'all want to put it on coaches and front office, I'm with you. I'm like that. Me and Lou go back and forth about that all the time. But we're not going to leave out the other part either. The players on the field. That's the difference between when it's over here and over there. We address everything. I'm not blind to the fact that these players have a lot to do with what goes on that field. And you know what? You could put your own coach in place. Nah, coach, you ain't going to be on that field with us. Yeah, you can put your jacket on and stay under that tent when the football game is going on. But we can't. We got to be on that field, bro. Why are we under this doggone hood and it's raining? You can't go in the hood when it's raining in the real game. Don't they say practice make perfect? Why we not practicing the atmosphere? Why we not practicing in these elements? Make it make sense. Anyone that ever been to a practice when it got too hot, they went on the inside. Facts. When it started raining, they go inside. Facts. I remember the first practice when we went against Atlanta, the Atlanta player was looking around on the field like, what's going on? Because our team was running in the tunnel. This is facts. But we don't want to hear that, though. We don't want to hear that. Why? Because we got our favorite players and we're in love with these people. And, they can't do no wrong because I like the way he played on Sunday. He signed my autograph when I was at the training camp. And, I like to watch him on Sunday. You know what I like watching? Winning football. I'm sorry. We tell y'all all the we from Dade County. We don't care about, bro. We walk past these people all day long. They mean nothing to us. Ricky Williams told y'all himself the difference when he left. Why did he thrive? He thrived down here because even on the bad game, people walk by him like he ain't nothing. In New Orleans, they put their all in there. You know why? Because we used to this. Our standards is winning. We don't even come watch you if you're not winning. So miss me with all that craziness. We got standards from Pop Warner. I promise you, I wish they let that special out. Betting major money on kids 9 and 10 years old. Well, they start at 7 and 8. Major money. The standard is set from youngins. It's crazy, bruh. But you know what I'm saying? But I guess that's why I look at it different. It's crazy, dog. That like, no, bro, it's a different standard here, bro. No, it's all of them. Everyone. I don't want to hear nobody complain about the front office. You not wanting to complain about these players too. I don't want to hear none of that. Because the minute someone in that front office go down there and slap one of your players across his helmet because he want him to do better, you're going to start crying. You can't talk to no one like that. That's what y'all going to say. Dividing his fan base. Because it's solved. That's a fact. The truth hurts, though. I understand. The truth hurts. It sucks, bro. Like, for real. This team just piss us off all the time. All the time. It gets worse and worse. Like, come on, bro. And again, why I'm passionate? Because, bro, that's my team, bro. I'm going to be a supporter. But I'm not accepting mediocrity.
But what's this Devon's puppies, dogs, or whatever? What's that about?
That's the type of dogs that they want in the building.
They want puppies, is what you saying?
That's what they want. The little puppy you could cuddle, walk around with, show off, dress him up. They don't want them big dogs. Them big dogs get into it. They bark and they bite. These are facts. I will put up a poll, but after that, I think we can all agree that the championship is staying with Tony. That's a fact. Hey, listen, man, 44 y'all still in the building. Come on, y'all, please. Bro, listen, if y'all don't see the passion, I don't know what else y'all can see. You get what I'm saying? But subscribe, hit the like button, show some support to the channel. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all like what y'all hear, man, hit that subscribe and that like. If you don't do it on the way in, hit it on the way out.
Well, that one comment that was just up there about the championship belt staying in Tony's crib tonight, that's just because I'm done asking for it. I don't know how many times I done won that belt and I still ain't seen it. So we might as well just keep it at Tony's house. But everybody knows what it is, man.
We need pit bulls from the dog. Facts, Kelvin. It's facts.
What that man know about pit bulls? Pit bulls are banned out in Arizona.
Dolphin Don, shout out to you. What's up, my boy? My bad. I ain't even pay these. He said they want Frenchies that cost $8. These are facts, man. Like
yeah, but that's see, this is what I'm saying. But Kelvin got a Frenchie. What are you talking about?
Ooh, shit ain't so.
Yeah. Pit bulls are outlawed. They outlawed in Arizona. They ain't got no pit bulls in Arizona.
Hey, Triple A said it's like it's both of them. We'll just keep it down in my house. Shout out Triple A. It's like it's both of ours. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. But man, listen, I couldn't. I'm sorry, Baba Red. Actually, I'm not sorry. I couldn't let Vicinity outdo me on my own show on Friday. I ain't forget. You know what I'm saying? I had to let y'all know who we stand in the paint over here. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my, she was threatening that belt. I had to let y'all know, man. It's like it's both. That's a fact. Yeah, it's like it's both of ours. I'm just gonna keep it at my house.
Facts.
But listen, man. Go ahead, Lou, man. You can finish it off, bro. Cause I'm like, man, like
Listen, I'm good. Again, just like the Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin and his mama, I didn't have nothing to say after Tony said what he said because he was spot on. I ain't got nothing to say after this comment right here. Because again, bro, Tony hit the home run. He what am I supposed to say different? Like, I ain't got nothing else to say. Tony said it all. I will say this though, since I know that we winding down to the end of the show. There's some big things coming, Tone, for the show, right? And I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to enjoy some of the things just so people don't realize. Like, me and Alex weren't here on Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tony and Finsanity came over here and held it down. We will never skip out what we do. It's hard work to come up here, talk, have topics, this, that, and third. Thumbnails, it just videos, articles that we're doing and researching all day, doing Twitter spaces to keep this thing going, to get people engaged, to have conversations. But I will say, big things are coming.
These are facts.
And again, bro, just listen, still 43 people in here. We've done an hour and a half. So salute to y'all. And we'll be back Wednesday. You already know what time it is, man.
7:30 is. Appreciate y'all. I'm on 2.5 hours of sleep, by the way. So if y'all don't understand the dedication that we put in to do this, nah, bro, we put everything in here. But man, we'll see y'all on Wednesday, 7:30 ish. Y'all already know. Holla at your boys, man. Peace.
Peace.